This is Dan at Lieutenant Dan's Pond here in Huntsville. We're going to go over today the disassembly and assembly of a AR15 and cover a little bit of the cleaning points. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that the firearm's safe. I'm going to take the magazine out. This is a new firearm, so it might be a little sticky. I'm going to clear it, make sure that there's nothing in it. So the mag's out, bolt's locked to the rear, visual inspection, everything's good. I'm gonna let the bolt go forward. Okay, an AR-15 is a real simple firearm to disassemble. I think that people get intimidated by them, but they're really very, very simple. People have asked me, how often should I clean my firearm? My personal opinion, and everybody has their own opinion, my personal opinion is anytime you fire a firearm, you go out to the range, you go out in your backyard and you shoot it, you should go ahead and clean it. On these AR-15s, they are extremely simple. We're going to put it on safe. Right here you have two takedown pins, one right here and one right here. They simply pop out. What I mean by that is you can take a bullet and push it, you can take a pin and push it, and sometimes you can just take your finger. So I've just took my finger and pushed that takedown pin out, and if you can see, it's protruding out a little bit. So I'm going to pull it out. You don't have to worry on the AR-15 that pin will come all the way out. It's not going to come all the way out. It's locked in there with another pin and spring that's located on your buffer tube assembly back here. Once you do that, you can go ahead and take both the pins out and just break it down completely, but it's not necessary. Once you do that, am I still in the video here? Once you've done that, you can just swing it open like this. When you swing it open, you've got access to your trigger housing assembly, to your magazine tube, and to your upper. Once you've done this, you can go ahead and take your charging handle out. You're just going to pull the release. This gun's kind of tight because it's new and it doesn't have much oil on it at all. You're going to pull this out. You can pull it all the way out, but pull it out about 3/4 of the way and your bolt assembly will come out. When your bolt assembly comes out, you can go ahead and take out your charging handle. Okay, so we got the bolt out, we got the charging handle out. As you can see, you can access the lower receiver and you can access the upper receiver. Some individuals will take out the buffer and the buffer spring. If you want to, there is a pin down here that is kept in the upward position by a spring. If you'll simply push on that pin, it will allow your buffer and your buffer spring to come out. You're not going to get a lot of carbon buildup back there, if any. If you want to take it out, so be it, but it's not necessary, in my opinion, to do a quick cleaning on this. Once you have them out, you just simply want to use a toothbrush or a wire brush if you need to, brass brush. Coat it with some oil, scrub it if you need to with a toothbrush, wipe it off good. I use toothbrushes and paint brushes a lot. Paint brushes will help you get down into the areas like down in here with the trigger housing where a toothbrush can't get into. A paintbrush will get in there pretty good. All of this that you can see here in the lower receiver and upper receiver, you want to clean with toothbrush, clean with oil. The same with the bolt, the same with the charging handle. I would recommend that you do not take the bolt apart unless you're willing to do a little bit of research and understand the mechanism, how it works and where the parts go and how to put them back together and make sure that everything's proper. So we're going to take a toothbrush and a paintbrush, clean everything like I explained, get all the carbon buildup off, and put a light coat of oil. A light coat of oil to me means I put oil on it and then I'm going to wipe the oil off. That leaves enough oil on there that it's going to function properly. If you leave too much oil on, the oil is going to do nothing but collect dust and dirt and grime, and it's going to cause you to have malfunctions. So the reassembly is just reverse of what we did on the disassembly. We're going to take our charging handle, and if you can see, every charging handle, and I will also say that every AR-15 is going to be this type of makeup. The charging handle has two little nipples on the end here. When you're looking inside of your upper receiver, there's two little indentations. You're simply going to line that up, let it fall down in there, and this is a new firearm, so just bear with me a minute. It's actually kind of sticky. It needs to be cleaned and then put some oil on it. Don't put your charging handle in all the way, just put it in and let it ride forward about 1/2 inch. Take your bolt. This portion right here is going to ride inside the charging handle, so we're going to put that upside down. One last thing I'll point out, if your bolt is to the rear, it's going to cause you problem. Make sure your bolt is out all the way. You can just take it and sling it and it'll come out like that. So make sure your bolt's out like that in case you accidentally bumped it while you were cleaning it. Make sure the bolt is out like it's supposed to be, and slide it back in like that, like so. And then my suggestion to you is don't just ride it in real slow. Just bang it in so that it goes in like it's supposed to. You're not going to hurt anything. We're going to lower the lower receiver and upper receiver, bring them back together. And we're simply going to take and push that pin. I hope I'm still in the frame. We're going to push that pin back in. So now the pin's back in. We didn't take the other one loose, so we don't have to worry about it. We're going to do a function check and make sure that it's operating correctly. Pull your bolt to the rear. I'm going to lock it to the rear. I'm going to send it forward. I'm going to put it on fire, and I'm going to pull the trigger. That's my functions check. So I know that everything in here has been put back together. That is simply it. I won't argue the point that you can get a lot more in depth, but that is a quick way to disassemble, clean, and reassemble your AR-15. Hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully it was helpful to you in some way. Give us comments down in the bottom. Share, like, subscribe, and tell us if there's any videos that you would like us to try to put on here for you. Come see us here at Lieutenant Dan's Gun and Pawn in Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you.